Oh, so we'll be recording what we're saying right now. Okay, we're just chit-chatting. It looks like Johanna is the only person so far that's shown up, which is weird.
Nope. Janet's coming.
Janet and lots of other people. Where are they all? Oh, here's Janet.
I'm looking to see where the weight room is.
Ah, okay, great. That would be good.
I'm not sure. I think that might be it so far, but it's not quite 4.
Okay, but I know we should have a lot more people.
Yeah, hopefully people will be.
Hi, Janet.
Hi.
It gets closer.
Good to see you.
Johanna. Cheryl.
Have you met Johanna?
No.
I don't think so. Hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
I'm the freshman.
Yes, our first meeting. And this is Cheryl over here.
Hi,
And
Cheryl.
Hi.
Judith is coming right back.
Okay.
So Janet, I'm assuming there are a whole lot more people coming. Do you know anything about?
No, I know I spoke with Marcy and she said she would be coming. I think, it's just people tend to be late, like
Yeah.
a little late. So
All right.
I think that might be.
Yeah.
I'm just going to run to the facility. So and then I'll come back and let people in. But Beryl, you may get the notice of a wait room and you just have to say admit.
Where would I get that
It'll
notice?
come up on your screen. There's no one there quite yet, but I'll be back in just a moment.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Right.
Mm.
Wow. It's been very exciting leading up to this, and I know it's going to be a really good session. I just am expecting about 20 more people, so hopefully they show up.
I know. We've had kind of a hard time during COVID keeping our group, together, and
Right.
so this will be wonderful. That Beryl, thank you so much, and Judith and Cheryl, thank you.
Absolutely. Have you met it all on Zoom before during all of this? Yeah.
We have.
Thank goodness for Zoom.
I know, that's how I feel about it. Some people are, so sick of it because they have to do it all the time for work, and they're just really sick of it. So
Yeah.
I hope I hope some people who really wanted to come couldn't. I know that Deborah Silverstein couldn't, and who else? Oh, Molly really wanted to.
Molly Lynn Watt.
I think Molly Lynn Watt really wanted to, but she had 2 other meetings that she had to be at also on Zoom, or one of them on Zoom. So we'll see. I mean, whoever's here, it's fine. It's just, I know we do generally have, a lot of members, so we'll see. Just, it's surprising. It's 4:00 now.
And it's also one more, Barbara Thomas.
Oh, is she?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Barbara.
Hey, Barbara.
Hello.
I think there's also something happening with sports right now.
Oh, really?
All I know is Matthew's watching sports.
Okay.
It's a big football day.
Oh, well, I hope that NoCA people are.
Oh yeah, the Buffalo Bills are playing, so that's a big game.
I know nothing.
Well, I wish they would choose this instead, so we'll see.
Because those can all be postponed, Anyway.
Right. How are you, Barbara? Good.
I'm just eating some homemade caramel corn I made. It's delicious.
I bet it is. Too bad we're not meeting in person.
Yeah.
What did you make, Barbara?
Just some caramel popcorn. I have lots of popcorn kernels that I bought during this whole pandemic. And I'm like, I'm sick of having plain. I'm going to have something with sugar on it. And it's awesome. I made them from scratch. It's easy.
Oh,
Really?
Cracker Jacks. It's so good. And crunchy. Yeah.
From scratch. That's great.
Yeah. Bob's Red Mill, popcorn kernels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Bob's. That's good. Yes.
Okay, there's 3 people in the waiting room. Here we go. Admit. Good. They just came in. Admit.
Oh, Rachel.
Sorry about that. It's a little delayed. There we go. I think they're all in.
Oh, hey, hi.
Hi,
I'm
Hello there.
Hey, okay,
Rachel.
cool. And Nancy and Hannah. Okay, this is good. More and more people showing up. Very good.
I'll
Everybody.
maybe.
Oh,
this is
hey.
awesome.
Okay.
Hannah.
Oh, and Hannah Sukonik is coming. Good, good.
Hi.
I'll just change my name to my full
And
name.
Hannah.
Hey, Hannah.
Hi, hi there.
Now I can see everybody.
Let me get my tea. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go right ahead. Oh, by the way, that reminded me too.
And
Hey, Jen.
hi,
Hey
Nancy.
there, welcome back.
Yes. I am happy to be home.
Where
It's
were
snowing.
you, Rachel?
I'm Canadian, and so I was just up in Ottawa for a family funeral, unfortunately, but it was an end of life celebration of life, and we got home last night, and it's nice to be back. And there's so much snow there. It's snowing here, but
brought
it
it.
was a lot.
Snowing, right?
We brought it back with us, unfortunately.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it was just one of those things where, it was an expected one, but that everyone could gather is really good, because people came from British Columbia and Nova Scotia and all sorts of the United States. So
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it is just starting to snow. I can see it now. Huh.
Yes.
yeah, I don't know how much. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, I know it's snowing in Buffalo, but my husband's watching the game and you can see it snowing sideways.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then it seems to be coming from, I was in East Somerville, and I think this is why I got stuck in traffic for whatever reason, because it started snowing there for some reason a little earlier. So I don't know why it's going that direction. It usually goes the other one.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you think we should do? It's 4:04. Do you want to wait just a few more minutes before we start? Or
One more, Marcy, sorry.
Marcy? Great. Okay, let's
Yeah,
wait. Let's wait a little bit.
Okay.
People will come. I mean, Jim Zoll should be here. Jim Foratano, I thought he said he was coming.
They may be a few minutes late, and I'll just let them in as they come.
Yeah, but I don't really want to officially start until we give people a little bit more time. That's okay.
Maybe just announce some stuff like general things, and if there are anything, and then it'll all be on the recordings.
Let's say a few general things. Hi, Marcy. Can you hear us, Marcy?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Can
Yeah,
you?
I don't know why I'm not in here.
Yeah. Can you go up to that little thing? There's like 3 dots in the upper
Yeah.
right corner. If you
Mhm.
press that you can then ask to start video, and then we'll see you. If you go up to the little corner,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Here you
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you have the top of my head now.
Yeah, great. Hi.
Hi. Yeah.
So, okay, well, just to mention a couple of things, which I can repeat later too. We do have our current exhibit that's at the CVS windows in Porter Square facing Mass Ave. It's going to be up until March. And
wow.
this is the one that's Welcome to Our Urban Forest. And actually, Janet, I have a question about that. I don't know if they actually are turning lights on. And since it's so dark.
No, I did go by there one night in the later in the evening and see that the lights were on. I don't know, maybe they haven't changed it over from like daylight savings time or something. So, and really we haven't heard from the person who is supposedly the contact person for the company that now owns the facility, well, the parking lot, CVS and everything. So I don't know, but we have the key to the exhibit area. So, and I made duplicates.
Yeah, thank you. And I noticed you put the little QR code thing up in the window.
Yes, Jen made that up and I taped it. So it was a joint effort.
That's cool. Okay.
You did the labor. Thank you.
Yeah. So the other thing is in March, we're going to put up a new show, basically to welcome spring. And the new show will be just color. So it could be 2D, 3D, you know, text, writing, anything, soap, anything people want. And so today might be a day, if you felt like it, you know, to just get some color on your paper, see what happens.
What if I only do black and white?
Or black and white, you can do black and white. I mean, why not?
Oh,
It's called color,
the
but
color, right?
I love black and white as colors.
it could be whatever you imagine.
Mhm.
I love these pictures that you guys sent, Judith and Cheryl. Judith, where are you with the horses? That is so beautiful.
Friend of mine lives, so across the street from me is a vineyard, and on the other side of the vineyard, so I guess maybe a block, is a friend who has a ranch.
Wow.
And I go over there, I've been going over, taking my grandson for about a year and a half, and then we started doing this thing with the horses and the handpans.
Oh, that is, and how do the horses respond to it?
They come in, they get really curious, you get to see the dynamics of the social dynamics.
That is so cool.
And they kind of they either zone out or they come up and they want to eat it. Depends.
Of course. What else could it be? Right. That is so great. And I love this picture of you, Cheryl, with the yucca plant behind you. It's very exuberant. Very
I enjoy it. Sometimes that's my backyard, and sometimes I just like dancing in my backyard. And that's, I believe, where that picture came from.
Yeah. Well, these two pictures are pictures you would not see, like right here in where we live in the greater Boston area.
No.
Summertime or springtime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diane, hi, Diane. Can you hear us?
I can, yes.
If you go to the upper right corner of your little box, there's a little blue box. If you tap it, you'll see 3 dots. And if you tap the dots, then it'll say ask to start video, and then we can see you.
Oh, okay, wait.
It'll say start video.
Oh, right. It's not there, it's here.
There you go.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Hi.
What do you think? It's 4:09. Give it a
We should start. We should start.
We should start.
Yeah,
Okay.
start.
So what I wanted to do is just go around the gallery that we have here. First, I want to introduce our guests, and then we'll all introduce ourselves. Some people are new and have 2 people here. It's your first meetings, and I really want to welcome you. So to start, this is our kickoff first meeting of 2023. And again, I am, hold on, can you show? Super thrilled to have Judith and Cheryl here. They're in Santa Rosa, California. And, here we are in snowy England. The meeting itself will go until 5:30. Cheryl and Judith have been working together creatively for a few years. You guys can say a little bit more. And they call what they do art play, and they help create a space for the participants to focus on your own creativity and your creative journey. So Cheryl will lead a short grounding relaxation meditation to invoke the muse in your imaginations. And this will be followed by 30 to 40 minutes of Judith playing the handpan. And during this time, you're invited to engage in your own personal artistic pursuits, whatever they may be: writing, drawing, photography, knitting, visualizing, sitting. Yes, there you are. Wow.
Wow.
You can do whatever you planned. You can be spontaneous, whatever you would like, or simply relax. During one of these sessions about a month or so ago, I was really tired, but I didn't want to miss it. So I just closed my eyes. I didn't fall asleep, but it just was the most relaxing thing in the world. And I just journeyed inward, and the music took me there. Judith and I have been dear friends since junior high school in Los Angeles, which is where I'm from. And she's always been massively creative. She's a fiber artist as well as a musician. and probably does other things I don't know about at this point. She took up the handpan in 2012, and she collaborates with other musicians and artists. And Cheryl is an improvisational actor and a poet, and they do art play. And I would love it if Judith and Cheryl would just say a word or two or more about what you are, who you are, and as you are going to then be taking over the session. Would you like to say anything?
Sure. Well, Judith and I have known each other for 14 years or so, maybe. We improvised music together, and I've improvised theater and music, and I just like to open my mouth and see what comes out creatively. That's my pleasure and my joy. And we started art play during the pandemic when people were bored at home, and it's like, well, we love creating together. Let's create a space where people just come and bring their art. And it turns out to be so inspiring to me personally to see people working or not working, or to have what we contribute or generate from this place where we are reach out into the ether through the digital means and touch people's lives and open up the space of creativity. That's my purpose in life, is to inspire everyone I touch to realize their vision of being creative artists in the world. And that's just kind of what I'm about.
Wow.
And you did mention Judith's fiber arts, and this quilt in the corner right here
Wow.
is Judith's work. She made for me. Judith?
Oh, let me just say, excuse me.
Sure.
Francie. Hi, Francie, welcome. If you want to, there's a little blue box in the corner of your Zoom window, and you can go to, it says start video. And if you just, click on ask to start video, you'll be able to come on screen. Can you hear me, Francie? I don't know if she can hear me. Hi, Francie. I'm going to send her a text. Oh, what happened? There.
Francie, try it one more time.
I'm going to send her a text.
She may have something over her screen,
Okay.
because it says the video's on.
Yeah.
Oh, Francie? Let me just see, can you hear us? We can't see you. That's the only problem with doing this, is like everybody's systems respond differently.
Yeah, I will often have this for just, generally I have it covering my camera. If I don't know where to take it off.
I was gonna say, Beryl, don't worry about it. I'll write to Francie and try and deal with it. So
Okay, I just sent her a text, but yes, great, thank you. And Judith, please tell us about yourself.
Like Beryl said, we've known each other for decades. And yeah, the handpan is I was classically trained as a violinist, played the djembe drums, and then came upon the handpan in 2012, and it just took my heart, the sound of it, and it gave me a voice and a way to share and express and channel emotions and energy. And so I love playing and sharing the instrument. And yeah, I do art quilts and I write, and I'm currently working on getting a children's book ready to go out in the world.
Oh, wow. Okay, you're gonna have to let me know all about this. Great, that is so cool.
Oh, and you can find dreammakermuse.com is my website. So stuff is there. And what I do on the handpan, we do it for art play, and it's also possible to do, I call them vibrational resonance sound healing. So it's basically this, but one-on-one. And you can do it over Zoom, and then I'll record it, and you can zone out and then play it back for yourself when you want.
And you also have at least one CD.
I do, yeah, and you can get them, they're on Bandcamp from the website. So you can pick them up there.
Wow, well, this is great. Let's go around and just introduce ourselves, and I'm hoping Francie will be able to get on soon. And anybody else who's going to join us. Who's this? Oh,
Hmm.
Hannah's back. Okay. All right, well, I'll just start. I'm Beryl, and I'm the new chair of NoCA. And, so please feel free to contact me if you have any questions or ideas or anything. We really just want active participation. And we're coming up with programming for the year, and we want to, it's really NoCA is North Cambridge, all arts. So anything you do that's involves creativity, cooking, could be anything, is all part of this. And I draw, paint, write, and at one time I did some performance. Okay, who would like to go next?
I'll go. I'm Barbara Thomas. I'm on the board with NoCA. I do the website, the digital media stuff. I've been part of NoCA for over 20 years. I make soap, like artisanal goddess imagery soap. So like that's an image of the soaps, if you can see that. And my husband and I have done an autobiographical comic that's won some awards about raising our kid here in Cambridge. And yep, that's me. I mean, I'll just pass it on to somebody else. I'll pass it on to Hannah Mahoney. Yeah.
Hannah. There's two Hannahs.
Yeah, that's why I was like, let me get the light right in here.
Hannah Mahoney?
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm the other Hannah. I'm a writer, and I just went to grab my book, my debut chapbook, which I'm reading next week at New England Poetry Club is having a reading. I'll send out the information. I'm very nervous and excited about that.
Cool.
So looking forward to some creative space today.
Good.
And I will call on the other Hannah Sukonik.
All right. Hi, I'm Hannah Sukonik, and I make jewelry. And I think today I'm not really planning to make jewelry. I think I'm going to just meditate and try to relax. I have a shoulder injury, and I'm hoping that I can use this as a way to sort of direct the pain away from my body into something else. So that's my plan for today. And I will pass it on to Marcy.
I'm Marcy, and I do, I've been mostly doing collage, mixed media collage, and I also paint and, do it all. So that's it.
Who else? We're just popcorning here.
Pass it to somebody. I could go.
Janet.
Okay. I'm Janet Hobbs, and I've been with NoCA a long time, like almost from the beginning. Marcy has too, and Barbara and other people here. Anyway, and I do send out communication information, although I know Jen's been doing a lot of that lately too, so I really appreciate that. And I do watercolor painting, and I've really been focused on that. I just do love watercolor, even though it's a real pain in the neck to frame things, which and like more expensive. But anyway, I guess it's worth it. I'll pass it on to Jen.
Hi there. By the way, I'm trying to get someone else in, so hopefully they'll be here soon. So I'm trying to think of what I do with NoCA. I guess I do a little bit of
Everything.
yeah, membership, programs specifically, and the person who's trying to get in is also programs maybe. So if you have any suggestions or anything, please reach out to me. In terms of art, smattering of visual arts, moving more towards sculpture these days, but as people know, I've been a member of NoCA for a while, and I jump around, and my latest things are wood turning and welding. So I'm at the W's. I'm still working with the C's for ceramic and some other ones. I haven't done watercolor yet, so maybe I'm not fully embracing the W's. But anyway, yeah, that's about it. Please reach out. And I was gonna say, just because you had mentioned vibrational resonance, that there's so much research that I've been reading about on how sound can actually like heal parts in our bodies. So I just sort of say that's a fascinating new area. So it's not new, but it's absolutely fascinating. So okay, who hasn't gone? Nancy.
Oh, I'll go, yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm an etcher, and as I said, I have just been using black and white, and usually I've been using the sunflower as a metaphor, and I'm still doing that. I'm gonna relearn litho this year and try to do some lithography. But
cool.
So I don't know who else hasn't done.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
I'm Diane Margolis. I am past chair of NoCA, and I'm just so happy that Beryl has taken it over and is doing more already than I was the worst chair NoCA ever had. And I might have killed the organization if Beryl didn't come in and if Janet hadn't really done more of it than I did. So I feel very bad about that. But
well, don't. Here we're getting new. It's a new year.
We're getting a new year, and it's going to be great. And let's see, I write and I paint, mostly watercolors. And my latest is a book that came out last fall. We built a village. It's about creating commons and creating co-housing in Cambridge. And so it's part memoir, part sociology, but it's not an academic book by any means. It tells a good story of building a village, which is what it's called. So I think Johanna, have you talked?
No, not yet. Hi.
Okay.
I'm a newbie.
Welcome, Johanna.
Yeah, Beryl roped me in, lassoed me. I live in North Cambridge and retired in 2021 and began doing art to my surprise, because I've always been more of a writer than an artist. So I found myself doing collage. So here's a recent piece using found negatives. Here's another piece. I use a lot of angels. It's not really coming through very well, but and I'm loving it, and was really looking for a community from which to get inspiration, feedback, and what's the word when people actually
Community?
get together and enjoy each other? I forgot what that was like during the pandemic, but whatever that is, I'm hoping that happens.
Good.
I'm the other newbie.
Pardon me?
I'm the other newbie.
Oh, good. I'm not alone.
Nope. My name is Rachel. I live in Arlington. I'm a friend of Jennifer's. I've been a calligrapher for the last like 30 odd years. I've been getting into watercolor a lot. I do a little bit of writing and poetry, and I'm been part of MassScribes, which is the Massachusetts Guild of Calligraphers. So I'm on the board there. So if any of you ever do any lettering, we would love new members, and cross-pollination is always fun.
Great. Catherine, would you like to speak? Introduce yourself. Let us know just very briefly who you are.
So I'm Kathy Lobo. I live just up the road from Jen on Clay Street in North Cambridge. And I also have a house in Arlington where my children, well, my adult daughter lives. I am a K-12 educator. I'm not retired. And I love binding books and doing all sorts of things in a creative way. I went to art school, so I'm keeping my pilot light burning while I have my full-time job life still to be responsible for. And I can show you something. I just have to get it quickly. I didn't think this would be show and tell, but you might find this interesting. So just a second.
Just so everybody knows, in the future, we will have meetings, which is an opportunity for people to do their full show and tells, and to teach. If there's something you know and you want to teach it and people want to learn it, we'll do that too.
And we can eventually meet in person if the time and when the numbers continue to reduce.
Yeah. So this is my very quick, I know this isn't really show and tell, but I made this today. I'm really interested in a structure called Chinese thread book. And so I made one. Anyway, long story short, I made this for myself to use, and it has all the colors of the rainbow in it and all these little compartments, which is where you put your embroidery thread. And this one has 15 different little compartments you can open and close. And I have been befriended by a woman in England who's sort of known for these, named Ruth Smith. And I've visited her and have plans to visit with her again in the summertime. And anyway, I made one other one this weekend because I've just been procrastinating. This is one where I've been using papers that have a decal. So they're a little harder to organize. But anyway, they have all these different little compartments. I'm not sure what I'm going to use this one for, but I want to make one for postage stamps. And I've used Chinese thread book structures, but I've never made like one that's really the way they are made in China. And I just want to say one more thing. I speak Chinese. I lived in China. I studied art there for a year and a half, a long time ago. So this is all sort of a thread connecting. And anyway, I hope that we all can meet on a regular basis this way or in person. And I have a backyard where we could have a, hot chocolate in the spring or whatever. So anyway.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, we're looking forward to all kinds of ways to get together. So
Just to add quickly, Catherine, I speak Chinese and have lived in China and have an adopted daughter from China. So there's a connection there that I would enjoy exploring.
新年快乐.
恭喜发财. We just said Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yes, Happy New Year. Today's the Lunar New Year, right? Today. And Francie Minder is here also. Francie, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Would you like to appear on the screen, or would you prefer not to?
I would. That would be fine. I'm not sure how to do it.
Okay. In the very upper right corner of your little box, if you take your cursor and go up there, you'll see a blue box with 3 white dots.
Well, I don't want to take.
No, go ahead. You can do it with 3 white dots and just click on it and it'll open up and there'll be a list and it'll say ask to start video and just click on the ask to start
video. Yeah.
And then you'll be here in video.
Sorry, I'm so bad at this stuff.
You don't even worry about it. We all have to learn. So
I wonder if there's something in front of the camera.
Do you have something blocking your camera?
I don't think so. Well, I'll just introduce myself and bear with me. My computer is not working very well, so I'm on my cell phone. So I'm a newbie and I live across the street from Beryl, and she has kindly asked me to join. Let's see, I was an art major in college and got a degree in art therapy. I was a professional potter for many years, and over the last I guess 15 or so years, I've been doing quilting and freeform quilting. You know, I'll just share one quick story. Before I retired, I joined a sewing group just to see what retired people do. And I went to it and I did all the pattern stuff they told you to do. And I went home and did the assignment. I came back and they said, put your stuff up on the wall. And they get to mine. And I had totally reversed all the colors that were supposed to be on the pattern. And after that, I said, you know, this really isn't for me. I'm really a free form artist. And so I took off from there.
Good. Well, that's great. So welcome everybody and all the newbies. And I think just given the time that it's time to start. So I'm going to hand this all over now to Cheryl and Judith. Thank you so much for what you're doing. And then afterwards, anybody who does feel like they would like to share with us what you did, feel free to. We'll do that at the end of the music, the meditation and the music. But you don't feel pressure. You don't have to share anything either. It's okay.
All right.
One other thing I want to ask is, could everybody, or Jen, could you mute everybody? Thank you. Except for Cheryl and Judith, of course.
I try. I'm not sure how to do that, but I will work on that.
Could everybody mute themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's good.
And Beryl, is it okay if we close down our video, or would you rather that we keep our video open? I don't know if it matters, but.
Well, what do you think, Judith and Cheryl? What do you think would be good?
We like to see the video.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
We get our inspiration from you.
Okay.
Because it's not a recording. We're live.
Right.
With you right now. Thank you all so much for who you are, and I was inspired by every one of you. So, entering in, I invite you to take a breath in. And Francie, could you mute yourself?
That's interesting.
Get some feedback. Sometimes the speaker will feedback. Thank you.
And I'll mute myself. I'm not.
Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah, great. So taking a deep breath in, feeling the creative energy of this group of people who have gathered here right in this moment, breathing in the gratitude of this community coming together. I invite you to let your feet sink into the floor. Let your breath fill your lungs with air and release tension out through your fingertips and arms and toes. And taking another deep, slow breath in. And breathing out gently. Being exactly where you are. No place to get to except right here. And with the next gentle breath, in your mind's eye, walk through an open door into a space of wonder. You may have been here before, You may see it brand newly. Allow yourself to walk forward down a path into your vision. What do you see? Continuing down the path, you start to notice life all around you. You hear something that draws you forth to explore what you hear down this path. And in wonder, you step forward into a clearing, an opening into your own imagination. And in this space, you find everything you need to express and create. The tools of your imagination open up at your disposal as we enter gently into your creative zone. And bringing your work with you as we enter into the next time, continuing on with what you've created in your own being. If your eyes were closed, taking that healing peace with you out into the rest of your day. If you've been at work, taking the inspiration you found with you into the next adventure with your colors or words. The creative space is right here at any moment you wish to find it. The sounds of your heart and your vision are at the tips of your fingertips at all times.
Could I just say that Beryl went out of the meeting or somehow, and then she needs to be readmitted. Thank you so much.
I didn't realize. Oh, wait, there's another one. Oops. I was in the zone.
Okay. Hi.
I hope you didn't miss too much. I'm so sorry.
Well, no, it's nobody's fault. I missed it all, but the good, well, I know, but the good thing is I have Judith's CD and I've been listening to the CD after I went through my initial pissed off freak out. I've been listening to Judith's CD. So I'm actually, maybe you can even hear it. I'm listening to her music right now. And that did really help. And I just figured eventually you would discover that I'm not there.
Yeah,
So,
next time call. I didn't see the text.
I did call.
Oh, really?
I tried everything. Yeah.
I was in the zone.
But
Sorry.
anyway, it's okay. It's just now, it's just my computer, my stupid computer. So I'm sorry that I missed your live playing, Judith. I'm really bummed, but I'm really glad that at least I have your CD. So.
And there's a recording.
Yeah. There's
And
a recording.
There's
and
a
recording. Thank God for a recording. I'm so glad. So
I missed you, Beryl. I kept looking up. Where's Beryl?
Yeah, I know. It was such a drag. Now there are a few people. Are we all here? Oh, here we are. I have to get the view. I have to get everybody. Gallery. Where's the full screen? Okay. Now is everybody back? Is everyone here?
There's somebody on an iPhone who's.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. Well, why don't whoever wants to, please share. I'm going to go turn down your music right now, Judith, so I can hear.
I'd love to hear what people's experience was, or what you created or saw when Beryl comes back.
Yeah, I just want to say, here's Judith's CD that I was listening to. And I'm sure people can find out. Bandcamp is the way to go.
It's on the website, dreammakermuse.com. There's a link to Bandcamp, and I think that's one of them.
Yeah. So I'm going to start. And I have to say, this is not what I thought I'd be doing. I was so angry that this had happened. I just had to get myself back into a more kind of quieter, grounded place. And then when I decided, hey, I can still listen to her music, even though I'm not there, I wound up doing something that was whatever it was. And what I think it is something about just trying to cocoon myself in feeling better. And so I think I look like I'm in a cocoon. That's what I think I did.
Oh.
Yep.
So I just used some colored pencils and pastel pencils, and I just went with color and a sense of feeling, I don't know, enveloped in the joy of this event. And even though I was not feeling the joy entirely, but I could find some joy in the motion and the movement and the colors. So thank you.
Oh,
I'm so sorry that happened.
Oh, well, but here we are. Who else would like to share? If you do.
I'm doing an envelope exchange, so I was doing
Beautiful.
calligraphy and just doodling.
Nice.
Those of you who want to on Zoom, if you click on the view button and do speaker, then when the person who's speaking shows you what they've been doing, you have the full view of that rather than all the little thumbnails.
Yeah.
So it's very helpful. I was able to actually see what Beryl had done.
Oh, thank you.
As a result, yeah.
Thank you. Does pin work as well if you do pin for the person? Because if you go into the upper right corner with the blue square with the 3 dots, it can say pin, and I think it will pin whoever that person is who's talking. Thank you.
So I'm working on a piece that I reject periodically and then go back to. And in this piece, I don't know if you can see it, but right here is the same idea of going into a space and, walking down that creative path that Cheryl was trying to tell us to get to. So I thought, well, how perfect is that? I'll just go inside my piece into that little spot and see what I find. So I had a lot of fun working on it. I keep trying to make it successful. I'm not sure if it's there yet, but I enjoyed entering into that little space. It does look like a vagina. I apologize.
No apologies necessary.
That made it all the better, you know what I'm saying?
No apologies.
Yeah.
I see that Hannah Mahoney has her hand up.
Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl and Judith. That was just exquisitely lovely. So I was drawing and I went to this clearing. And I have had this image of this clearing before as my spiritual place. I discovered today it was also my creative place. And so this is kind of an infinite pool. This is the Great Mother Tree. This is my little viewing cabin. I'm in there looking out and the forest around me. And it's the strength of the Great Mother Tree and the pool that's always replenishable with cool, refreshing waters. So, and then I went on and took some lines from the Tao Te Ching and made a little accompanying quote, and I'll read it to you. The Tao is like a well, used but never used up. It is always present within you. You can use it any way you want.
That's lovely.
Oh, thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Who else would like to go? Anyone else?
I can volunteer.
Sure.
Let me see if I can. Sorry, I have to make sure I'm okay. I have to get myself viewing or something. I'm not sure why that's working. Hold on a moment. Sorry. There I am. Sorry. So I didn't follow exactly, but that doesn't matter. I just sort of meditated a bit, and then I have been thinking about a sculpture, and so I just did a bunch of sketches. And I was really thinking about curves. So here's the initial one. I don't know if you could sort of see it, this idea of a breached whale, but then it just became lots of sketches of different forms of breached whales and really focusing on how they could come together. And there were a few others, but it was just sort of an exploration of curves and just calm and even, yeah, and watery, just watery. So
Beautiful.
Oh,
Anyone else?
I was knitting, which I do a lot. I find knitting very meditative. And so I'm knitting something from this book. It's Two Socks at Once. It's very complicated stuff. I'm an engineer and I love taking string and turning it into something three-dimensional, but I'm knitting knee highs that are continuous. They just keep going, going, going. On the back, there's something else happening. Basically, at certain points, I'm going to be, where's my camera? I'm going to be cutting through here. And there's a lot of steeking going on. There's a lot of afterthought heels. But basically, this is two socks. I will bisect it, add cuffs, add things. And as the music was going on, I was just knitting my lace repeats fairly quickly, just going up because I do knit they're knee highs. That's why it's so long. I'm tall. So I really enjoyed the music. It just had me going at a pace and I loved it. Thank you.
I think we're going to have a repeat performance, aren't we? One day. Anyone else care to share anything?
This is Hannah. I'll share. I just meditated and relaxed, and oh my God, the music was terrific, and it helped me. It helped me with some pain I was having. I was just trying to let it go, and I feel like I was able to do that. So thank you so much. I loved it.
You're welcome.
I too don't have something I can show, but I was just planning some things for one of my pieces, but I really enjoyed listening to her playing. It was really soothing.
Anybody else?
I think
Please Diane, unmute yourself, please.
There. I was going to ask Judith if she could lift up her instrument. I've never seen it. I'm not familiar with it at all.
it is
It's beautiful. It's just that one.
They are two pieces put together. So there's the top, which has tone fields, that has a hole, and so the sound chamber is inside. And then they're in different scales, and they come different numbers of notes, and sometimes there are notes on the back, and yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they're metal.
That's amazing. It's just lovely.
Where do they come from?
They were initially a derivative of the Caribbean steel pans. And there were folks in Switzerland who were doing steel pans, and somebody said, can you knit that? Can you do something, knit and make it? And so they came up with, and they called it a hung, which is Swiss German for hand. And they made them for a while, and then other people started making them, and there are people making them all over the world. And I connected with one person who I now live on their property, and He's one of the world-class makers of them.
Wow.
I have several from different makers, different sounds, different qualities.
You're beautiful. And I just, it reminded me once I was having surgery and it was just on my eyes, and the doctor was doing it, but he had a nurse who was singing the whole time. And I focused on her and felt no pain. And she stopped for a moment. I said, "Oh, please, please go on." And this had that kind of a thing. It was so relaxing, so beautiful. I think, you could go play in a place where people need calm.
There are people who, different players that, they take them into different facilities and play them in different places. Yeah.
It really would just, it's so calming.
Yeah, originally the vibrational resonant sound healings, I would do put the handpan on your body.
And I want to say, Judith did that with me. Judith did that with me when I was having a lot of back pain, and it worked. It was absolutely phenomenal.
I bet it would. I bet it would.
It really would. And I want to say at Cambridge City Hospital years ago, they weren't using handpans, but they were using other instruments. And this is a city hospital, and they were doing it as a pilot study. I don't know where it's gone at this point, but I know there was a lot of interest in it, and absolutely, there's no.
I was getting aura for a migraine, and I have a migraine, but the music's definitely helped it not be something I have to go lie down. So I appreciate the music. I didn't expect that to happen. So
it's handpan
is the generic term for them.
Not humdrum, or is that something else? Did I just make that up? What?
No, the hong was they were the people who started making them, and they called them a hong. But if you call all of them a hong, it would be like calling every SUV a ROV. So it's more like hong is it's the brand.
I thought I was saying hum, HUM drum.
A hum drum.
That's why I thought they were humdrums.
Oh, that's interesting.
Nothing humdrum about this.
No, but for some reason I switched the name. I was like, hand drum. No, yeah.
Yeah, they're based on the physical properties of the Trinidad,
Yes.
West Indian steel pans and Indian gatams and Thai gongs. I haven't heard about Switzerland, but it is Trini and Tobago.
Yeah.
That shape got evolved.
The shape got evolved. Yeah.
Or culturally appropriated, or whatever you want to call it.
Definitely was. And there's garbage going on with that original maker who is suing everybody else who makes them, saying that he's the one anyway. So there's
Trinidad. Okay.
And it really does go back to, that's what they were in Switzerland making the Caribbean steel drums.
Yep, appropriation, but the music's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else who would like to share anything?
Oh, I'll share mine. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
But it took me a little while to get into it, to loosen up enough, and just I did another one that wasn't quite so colorful, but it was making me think of Judith's fabric. So somehow Judith's fabric started, and it kind of started looking like a bed to me, or someone in a bed. Anyway, but I really appreciated doing this. It was really, really wonderful, really wonderful.
Yeah. Anybody else that we haven't, and is there anybody else we haven't heard from who would like to speak? I'm not putting you on the spot. It's just if you want to. I think the meditation and the music are just so perfect and so complementary to each other. And the two of you do it so beautifully.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the privilege of joining your group and sharing it. It certainly delights us.
No.
Well, it's mutual, that's for sure.
Thank you.
And yeah, and I just can't say enough of how grateful I am that you both came.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
you.
Do we want to say something about next Saturday?
We do art play every couple weeks on Zoom. And if you go to zroom.org, it's a website, and there's a link to join. And our next one is next Saturday at 4 p.m. Saturday, the
Pacific time, right?
Yeah.
Saturday, what did we say, Judith? The 28th. Yeah, this Saturday, the 28th at 4 p.m. and zroom.org will get you the link.
No.
I'm sorry, is that 4 p.m. Pacific or?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm 4
Yes.
p.m. Pacific.
Oh, good. That means it's
Yes.
7 p.m. here.
So 7 p.m. Eastern. Correct.
That's great. So
You do it usually about every couple of weeks, don't you?
We do it generally every 2 weeks. We're sometimes miss
Open.
time too.
You're
Yeah,
open
it's
to
open.
everybody who
Open
would
to
like to.
public.
Yeah.
And you know, I know you just ask for people to make whatever kind of donation you feel like.
Yeah, we accept donations through zroom.org. Also zroom.org, if you go and look at it, is a website I made that is a gathering place for artists who want to show their work. And I am, would like to encourage artists if they want to share their work. It's a place we can connect.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Well, this is great. And I think everybody, I just heard everything so positive about this. So thank you. And it's been a real joy.
Thank you, Pearl.
Thank you. Pearl. Thanks for inviting us. Thank you, everybody, for
So
your.
much.
thank you so much.
Great.
Round of applause.
I want to do it again, but you can on Saturday.
Happy.
Okay.
I would be happy to do it. Group too.
Okay, so I guess we'll end now. Is there anything else NoCA wise we need to do? Oh, I should just say our next NoCA meeting, if you could just stay on for a few minutes, please.
We're
Thank
taking.
you so much.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Our next NoCA meeting, I don't know, do we have a date, Janet? And
No.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. I know you were talking about that you need to go away, so you were thinking that you might try to do it right after you get back, I think is.
While I'm away, I'll be in touch with the board and we can figure out what we might do next. And I have a few ideas, but please, everybody in NoCA, please participate and don't hesitate to contact me. I'm at berylm.com and you can send me an email. You can text me 857-928-1940.
Do you want to put it in the
I'll put it in. Yeah, I'll send
the
it.
chat, or I can send it out to the group if you want.
Oh, I'll put it in the chat, I guess. Sure. To everyone. Okay. 857-928-1940 and berylm@mac.com. So yes, please don't hesitate to contact me and we'll send out an email to everybody. And the question is, how many meetings do we want to have with presentations like this? How many do we want to have with people just, sharing their work? And maybe not, well, it depends on how many people share, how much time they want to take for sharing and explaining, what they're doing. Like Catherine, you started explaining about your Chinese books, and other people have things they're doing that everybody's doing something cool. Johanna started explaining her collage, and anyway, yeah, it's us. It's just us. It's making this happen. So I hope all arts, writing, knitting, cooking, anything you want, you know, it's all
Mhm.
arts. So anybody else want to say anything before we stop tonight?
Can I ask just some logistical questions, like for the next show, how do we know when it is, and is it juried, or is it anybody who's a member can show as whatever they want? And what about the library, the little pieces? Like how does this all work?
We are not juried, and then I'm going to let anybody on the board answer the rest of your questions.
Well, we hope to have a show in the CVS window for the month of March. And so we should be fairly soon, well, sometime in February, or maybe well, I have to talk with Beryl about it, but we'll send out a call for art.
Perfect.
And usually what has been happening is that on my front porch, I collect the artwork, and then we bring it down to the CVS window and ask people to make up their own labels, because that makes it a lot easier. And I do know that this November we'll be having a show at the library, so that's a ways away, but Lois Carra is in charge of that, and she's already secured the month of November for that. Other than that, we kind of try to have a show at the CVS window at least every other month.
Can I add something?
I was going to say we could also, and again, when we send out the next email, we can always use help with people helping us hang the show. It's a lot of work, and you know, we could always use help with that too.
And I want to add that I will be sending an email out to all of NoCA asking for updated images for the website and content, and it's fairly straightforward, but I'll send that out later on this week.
Great.
And I was wondering if anyone, I think I can't remember if I put it in the invite for this, but I have a show in the library in February, and I did say that if people want to send images of what they did, I could sort of write up this experience. I don't need the originals. I'm going to do it all digital printouts just to make it easier. So, but if you want to send an image, I'll write it up and I'll put your name underneath it and sort of write up this whole experience, if that is okay.
That would be lovely, Jen. That would be absolutely wonderful.
So, and I think my focus for the library is going to be on just on process. So this is a process. So it fits in with my theme, but it helps promote. And just as always, if you know other people in the area who would be interested in NoCA, you know, let us, you know, reach out as always. So.
Yes.
Oh, and I also I put something in the chat for writers, so hopefully people just check that out.
Good. Yeah. Okay, good.
And do we do open studios?
We used to do NoCA open studios, but now we're part of Cambridge, the General Cambridge. Does somebody else want to say something about that? Yes.
On the Cambridge Open Studios Advisory Board, they are in talks now. It is going to happen this year. We do not have a date. It is going to happen in the fall. And as soon as I know more, you will know more. I heard from Dina Anderson as recently as Thursday, because I was like, I have a conflict. And she's like, oh, it's not happening in April. It's happening in the fall again. So that's what's happening. That's as far as I know.
Wow.
Thank you. That's good. And so as Barbara is saying, we do have, we liaison with the Cambridge Arts Council. So we are actively part of all of that.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments?
Thanks for putting this meeting together. It's great.
Thanks
Really
a lot.
nice.
Yeah.
Good kickoff.
Yes.
And since it is recorded, you know, I guess, well, what we'll do is when we put out the next email is let everybody know how to access it.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, if anyone has any suggestions for programs, I'm the one who sent out the list instead of Janet, only because of the trouble with the images. So
Yeah,
you can
that's
always
helpful.
respond to me in my emails there.
Yeah. Well, this is great. It was a really, really wonderful gathering. Really glad.
Yeah.
So everybody enjoy, stay warm, enjoy the snow, stay warm. We'll be in touch.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Bye.
you, Beryl.
care.
Thanks so
Janet
much.
and
Bye,
Shannon
everybody.
and Barbara, just stay for a few.
Sure. Okay, I'm going to stop recording.
Okay, thank you.